Hi everyone. Let us see the Unit 1 Fundamentals of Robotics Part 2 MCQ test. First question. Spot welding is an example of option A point to point task, option B continuous path task, option C combined point to point and continuous path task, option D neither point to point task nor continuous path task. So option A is the correct answer for this spot welding. Spot welding is an example of a point to point task. Okay. For question number 1, option A is the correct answer. Okay. Next question. Which one of the following statements is true regarding spherical coordinate or polar coordinate robot? Option A, it has one linear and two rotary movement. Option B, it has two linear and one rotary movement. Option C, it has linear movement about three independent axes. Option D, it has linear movement along three different axes. So option A is the correct answer for the spherical coordinate or polar coordinate robot. Has one linear and two rotary movement. Has one linear and two rotary movement. So for the question 2, option A is the correct answer. Next question. Third one. Workspace of cylindrical coordinate robot is option 1 a cylindrical annular space, option B a cuboid, option C the volume swept between two partial spheres, option D a conical space. So for the third question, workspace of cylindrical coordinate robot is a cylindrical annular space. Option A is the correct answer. Third question, option A is the correct answer. And then fourth question, programming a robot by physically moving it through the trajectory you want it to follow is called option A pick and place control, option B robot vision control, option C continuous path control, option D contact sensing control. So for the fourth question, continuous path control is the correct answer. That is option C for the fourth question is the correct answer. Option C continuous path control. Next question, fifth question. Nils Nilsson headed a team at SRI that created a mobile robot named option A Robotics, option B Shaki, option C Daedalus, option D Wax. So the correct answer is Shaki, and option B is the correct answer. Option B is the correct answer. Next question. Sixth question. The axis of movement of a robot may include option A XY coordinate motion, option B elbow rotation, option C wrist rotation, option D all of the above. So for the sixth question, all of the above is the correct answer. All of the above. Option D is the correct answer. All of the above is the correct answer. Okay. So next one, we will move to the seventh question. When was the first successful industrial robot installed in the General Motors plant in USA? Option A 1961, option B 1963, option C 1967, option D 1960. So from these options, option A 1961 is the correct answer. During 1961, General Motors plant have installed successful industrial robot in the year 1961. Okay. So next question, eighth question. The workspace required for a robot. The workspace required for a robot. Option A depends upon the robot used. Option B must be enclosed by a fence. Option C is less than that of a human performing the same task. Option D is not dependent on the application. So the correct answer for the eighth question is option A, depends upon the robot used. So the workspace required for a robot depends upon the robot used. Okay. So next question, ninth one. Robots consist of three basic components, namely power supply, control console, that is memory, control console, and dash. Option A, microcomputer. Option B, mechanical unit arm. Option C, software. Option D, coaxial cable. So the correct answer for this ninth question is mechanical unit. Mechanical unit. So all others are not related with the robot components. Okay. So the option B is the correct answer for ninth question. And then we will move on to the 10th question. Advantages of robots include. Advantages of robots include option A, ability to withstand hazardous environments. Option B, good return on investment and a better company image. Option C, increased productivity. Option D, all of the above. So here all ABC options are applicable. Okay, options are suitable for the advantage of robots. Hence, option D is the correct answer. Option D is the correct answer. Advantages of robots include A, B, C. Option D is the correct answer. Then 11th question. Robots can increase productivity because option A, production quality is uniform. Option B, they do not take a vacation. Option C, they do not get tired. Option D, all of the above. So the correct answer for the 11th question is all of the above. That is option D. Option D is the correct answer. All of the above. Okay, all of the above. We will move to the next question. 12th one. 12th question. Which of the following devices would be classified as a robot by the Robot Institute of America? Option A, artificial hand. Option B, automobile. Option C, pick and place manipulator. Option D, all of the above. So for this question, option C is the correct answer. Pick and place manipulator. Pick and place manipulator is the correct option. For the 12th question, C is the correct option. Pick and place manipulator. Next question. Which industry is the leading user of robots? Which industry is the leading user of robots? Option A, automobile industry. Option B, chemical industry. Option C, electronic industry. Option D, shipping industry. So among these four options, option B is the option A is the correct answer. Automobile industry uses leading user of robots. Leading user of robots. So option A is the correct answer. Next one, 14th question. The robot is very primitive at the present. Option A. Option B represents the most powerful new industrial automation tool currently on the horizon. Option C will be more useful when robot vision is improved significantly. Option D, all of the above. So the correct answer is option D, all of the above. All the statements of A, B, C are related to the robots. Hence, for 14D, option D is the correct answer. And then 15th question, a pick and place manipulator is. Option A, an intelligent robot. Option B, capable of point-to-point operation. Option C, primarily used for large parts handling. Option D, the most flexible of all robots. So here the exact matching of the option is capable of point-to-point operation, because pick and place. So among these four options, option B is exactly matching. So for 15th question, option B is the correct answer, capable of point-to-point operation. Next one is, which of the following may be classified as an automation system? Option A, automated warehouses. Option B, robotics. Option C, numerically controlled machine tools. Option D, all of the above. So automation system related to automated warehouses, robotics, numerically controlled machine tools. Hence, option D, all of the above is correct. So option D is the correct answer. Next question, 17th. The accuracy of a pick and place robot can be as good as option A, plus 0.0005 inches, option B, 0.008 inches, option C, 0.05 inches, option D, 3%. So the correct answer is A, plus 0.0005 inches, that is 0.01 mm of accuracy of a pick and place robot is good. Okay, so option A is the correct answer. Option A is the correct answer. Then 18th question. 18th question. Which of the following terms refers to the rotational motion of a robot arm? Which of the following terms refers to the rotational motion of a robot arm? Option A, axle. Option B, retrograde. Option C, roll. Option D, swivel. So rotational motion related with the roll. So hence option C is the correct answer. Roll is the correct answer. Next, we move to the 19th question. What is the name for space inside which a robot unit operates? Option A, environment. Option B, exclusion zone. Option C, spatial base. Option D, work envelope. So the correct answer is option D. Option D is the correct answer. That is work envelope. 19th. Option D is the correct answer. That is space inside which a robot unit operates. So your robot operates decided upon the work envelope. Hence, for 19th question, D is the option D is the correct answer. Option D is the correct answer. Then 20th question. Which of the following terms is not one of the 5 basic parts of a robot? Option A, controller. Option B, drive. Option C, end effectors. Option D, peripheral tools. So the correct answer is, that is which term is not one of the 5 basic parts of the robot. So which is not 5 basic parts of a robot? So here D, peripheral tools. Peripheral tools is not related with the robot basic parts. Hence option D is the wrong answer. D is the correct answer for this term. Peripheral tools is not one of the 5 basic parts of a robot. Okay, option D is the correct answer. Option D is the correct answer. Next question, 21. The number of movable joints in the base, the arm, and the end effectors of the robot determines dash. First one, option A, degrees of freedom. Option B, flexibility. Option C, operational limits. Option D, payload capacity. So among these 4 options, option A, degrees of freedom is the correct answer. Degrees of freedom is the correct answer. The number of movable joints in the base, the arm and the end effectors of the robot determines degrees of freedom. Degrees of freedom. So option A is correct answer. Then 22. For a robot unit to be considered a functional industrial robot, typically, how many degrees of freedom would the robot have? So option A, 3 degrees of freedom. Option B, 4 degrees of freedom. Option C, 6 degrees of freedom. Option D, 8 degrees of freedom. So for the 22nd question, for the robot unit to be considered a functional industrial robot. So functional industrial robot typically industrial robot are having 6 degrees of freedom. Hence the correct option is C. Option C is the correct answer, 6 degrees of freedom. Industrial robots are having 6 degrees of freedom. So option C is the correct answer. Next question, 23rd. Which of the following laws is Asimov's first and most important law of robotics? Option A, robot actions must never result in damage to the robot. Option B, robots must never take actions harmful to humans. Option C, robots must follow the directions given by humans. Option D, robots must make business a greater profit. So among these, option B is the correct answer. Robots must never take actions harmful to humans. Harmful to humans. All other options are wrong. So option B is the correct answer for 23rd question. Next, 24th question. Which of the following places would be least likely to include operational robots? Option A, factory. Option B, hospitals. Option C, private homes. Option D, warehouse. So which of the following places would be least? Least means private homes is the least one. Among the 4 options, private homes is the least likely to include operational robots. So we have to include operational robots in the private homes. So this is the option C is the correct answer. Next one, 25th. Which of the following is not one of the advantages associated with a robotics implementation program? Robotics implementation program. So option A, low cost for hardware and software. Option B, quality of manufactured goods can be improved. Option C, reduced company cost for worker fringe benefits. Option D, robots work continuously around the clock. So here option A is the correct answer. That is low cost for hardware and software. So for the 25th question, option A is the correct answer. Okay. Thank you to all.